of the 2006 World Figure Skating Championships. I tell you, this building, in fact, this city, still buzzing about last night's free skate performance. A deserving gold medal to the Bulgarians, Denkova and Stavisky. But how about the performance for the silver medal turned in by the Canadians, Marie-France Debray and Patrice Lauzon? They cap a remarkable journey back from bitter disappointment and injury at the Turin Olympics to finish within a point of the gold medalists from Bulgaria. Sasha Cohen this afternoon as we cover the ladies free skate. Sasha Cohen, remember, in a similar position leading after the short program at the Olympics where she fell twice. You know, let me go back to Debray and Lauzon for just a minute. You're not going to want to miss this. Later today, I will sit down with Marie-France and Patrice, and they will take us through their spectacular free dance program from last night. We saw Sasha Cohen. No question, our focus today is the women's free skate. Sasha Cohen, the leader, also in contention. Her teammate, the youngster, 16-year-old Kimi Meisner. Always you have to look out for the Japanese skaters. And, of course, Canadian Joanie Rochette is standing in 5th place after the short program. So it's going to be a busy Saturday afternoon here in southern Alberta. As usual, let's head down to the other end of the rink, and we say good afternoon to Mark Lee, Barbara Underhill, and Paul Martini. Mark?
Thank you, Brian. Well, it's been 18 long years since a Canadian woman has won a medal at the World Figure Skating Championships. That was Liz Manley back in 1988, right after she won the Olympic silver on a dramatic night in this very building. And then along comes Joanie Rochette with a chance to reestablish Canada's place on the podium, Barb.
And it's been such a long time since Canada has been in a position to challenge for a medal. But she has a little bit of work to do after those mistakes in the short program. But I don't think those mistakes were such a bad thing, because she's shown us that she's such a fighter. And when she gets mad at herself, she rises up. She's going to come out here to do battle, just like she did at the Olympics when she jumped from 9th to 5th.
American Sasha Cohen has the lead right now after the short program. She's 21, in her prime, the Olympic silver medalist, and twice the silver medalist at the World Championships. This is her time, but the question always remains, Paul, can she skate the long program without cracking under pressure?
It is indeed the big question of the women's competition. Twice a bridesmaid, never a bride. Is tonight the night she gets the golden ring? I do say she has sufficient technical content. She has and is going to get superior component marks. So I would suggest that tonight is the night that she wins the World Championship. She doesn't wait yet another year, because with the likes of Meisner and Nakano hot on her heels, this may be her chance, her one and only chance.
The Japanese Olympic champion, Shizuka Arakawa, is not here in Calgary, but the Japanese always have enough talent to challenge.
Japan is the new powerhouse in women's skating. Yukari Nakano has burst onto the scene with speed and power and could win a medal at her first World Championship.
Fumie Suguri, the veteran of the field, came home from the Olympics disappointed after just missing a medal. She's motivated, looks sharp, and with a clean short is in a good position to make her way back to the podium.
American Kimi Meisner comes to Calgary as one of a new generation of skaters who leap directly from the proving grounds of the junior circuit to challenge the veterans at center stage at the World Championships. The podium is very much within her grasp.
Earlier in the week, Sasha Cohen's messy qualifying skate was the wake-up call she needed. Not wanting to let yet another title slip through her fingers, she came out on fire to take the lead in the short. Will she find that same fire here?
Joanie Rochette capitalized on home ice advantage in the qualifying round, but missed out on it during the short program. For the Canadian flag to fly to the rafters 2 days in a row, she must find a way to ride the wave of support from this partisan crowd.
After the short program, Sasha Cohen has the lead, but just 3 points ahead of Fumie Suguri of Japan. In third, Kimi Meisner of the U.S., another 2 points back. And there's Canada's Joanie Rochette in 5th place, 3 points off the podium. Canada's Mirala Young, 14th in her first World Championship. Still ahead, Japan's gifted newcomer, Yukari Nakano, Canada's elegant high hope, Joanie Rochette, and the American lady-in-waiting, Sasha Cohen. She had the strongest results internationally of all the Japanese women, but she could not crack their Olympic lineup. even though she won 3 medals on the Grand Prix circuit, including a bronze at the Grand Prix final in Tokyo. But she gets her chance here tonight at the World Championships, skating her short program to the soundtrack of Moulin Rouge.
So she has something to prove here at these championships. She's struggled in the past with her nerves, however, has been very consistent over the course of this season. Opens with triple Lutz, double toe.
Connecting steps which are required in front of this next element, a triple flip. Great speed on this flying camel spin. Turns the position over beautifully. Outstanding flexibility, and she kept that spin so well centered.
She's got great energy out here and attack.
There's that smile we hadn't seen for a while until after she won NHK, and the confidence and the joy started coming back, according to her coach.
Skaters must hold each of those spiral positions for at least 3 seconds.
Double axel marks the third and final jump element of the program. The women are not permitted the same option as the men. So many excellent qualities to this performance. Everything you want to see in a short program. Well-executed elements, speed, flow, dynamics, intensity. Excellent skate for Yukari Nakano.
The young Japanese skater continues to prove a point here in Calgary after being left off the Olympic team in Torino. A clean and stunning short program for Nakano.
I love the way she held your attention through this entire performance. Here's a look at the triple Lutz. You can see she's got quite a wrapped leg, but it's a clean landing and goes up into the double toe.
Triple flip carried great speed. Barb, you mentioned the wrap. That's that free leg being up around her knee as opposed to down tight to her other foot. Tends to make rotation a little more difficult.
All spin elements were absolutely beautiful, as was this spiral sequence. You can see how relaxed she is there with a smile on her face.
Yukari Nakano, bubbly in the kiss and cry area as she awaits her marks after an exciting short program. Fourth after qualifying. And one of the fresh young faces I'm sure we'll see 4 years from now in Vancouver.
The technical score, please.
And here are the marks now. The technical score, 32.20. Program components, 27.42. And this will add to a total segment score here in the short program of 59.62. A brand new personal best by more than 3 points. It is the third best short program of the evening. And combined with her score in qualifying, Yukari Nakano is now the leader.
And she is currently ranked first.
This evening. Still to come, the ladies free skate, but these are the two Canadian athletes that have made the front pages here in Calgary. This city's still buzzing. Marie-France Dubray, Patrice Lauzon, congratulations on your performance last night. You said when you walked in here, Marie-France, finishing less than a point behind the Bulgarians, the incredible journey after the injury in Italy, you looked at me and you said, I'm brain dead.
I am. I feel so empty today. Well, physically empty and all the emotions and everything, but I'm still feeling really light and happy. And when I look back at our journey, what we've been through the past 4 weeks, I'm so proud of the way we handle things.
I'm looking at Patrice. I said last night, introducing your feature, it's a journey of incredible love. The look in your face as you watch her speak.
Oh yeah, we've been through so much thing together, and it got us even closer now together, and it was amazing.
Let's have some fun. I first did this back in 1989 with Kurt Browning, who's a shy guy, as you know, when he competed in the Worlds in Paris. What we're going to do for the viewers at home, they don't want to hear me, they want to hear you. So we'll roll the videotape, Ron, and our director, Ron Forsyth, take us through your program, tell us what you were thinking and what was going on at various points.
Well, at this point, we're trying to get into the emotion and into the character of our program. And the program really starts when we start to skate.
At the beginning, we try not to get too much overwhelmed with everything. We try to keep the breathing going and everything, so that we make sure that we have enough energy until the end.
Was the altitude a problem?
No.
No, the only problem here in Calgary is that it's very dry, so it's harder to breathe. But
this element right here, the footwork, is the thing that gave me the most problems with the hip injury, because for me, being low on the knees and doing external rotations with the foot and the hip was very hard. So this is an element that we couldn't practice that much. But we kept the speed, we kept the flow through it.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah. Well, it's not when you skate, sometimes you feel little stuff going on, and but you watch after on video and it doesn't show, so it's good.
Sometimes our sensations are not the same as what it looks like.
Do you talk to each other when you're out there?
Sometimes.
Yeah, but we don't.
We're trying to get more in the emotion. When you talk, you miss something. You miss a second if you talk.
This is our breathing point. We try to. That's the point in the program where we try to stay more relaxed to be able to give more energy until the end.
That's where we did a mistake. It wasn't very costly because we still had level 4 on it, but...
And the judge still gave execution high enough, so I don't think it cost us any points, but it's the only little mistake that we did in the program.
This is the point in the program where Patrice usually gets tired, because this lift is very physical, the reverse rotational lift.
And this is the hardest element of the program, is
the circular footwork.
Yeah.
That's the hardest?
Yeah, that's where the legs are burning right now. Because it's close to the end of the program, it's very technical, it's very bending and very low on the knees, so...
program. I really want this moment to end at this point.
Indonesia, the crowd right there at the end was amazing.
Look at the emotions being released by yourself.
When you finish like this at the end of the program, everything falls off, all the pressure falls off, and you know you did it, and it's a great moment.
What did you say to him?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I probably said, okay, let's go eat. I'm hungry. I need to feed myself. My mom.
That's your mother? How did you remain so upbeat? I mean, I was in the studio the night you fell, and we talked about it last night. I remember the videotape of Patrice skating by himself in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got discouraged personally, but for the public, you were always so upbeat. You were always so confident you were coming back here. How did you maintain that?
I think what helped us to get through was to plan from this moment backwards to the point where I was injured. We were planning to be here, be strong, and compete for the top spot. So we made a plan and we stick to it, and even in the time where we fell down, we said, no, we're not allowed to feel this. If we want to have a chance to win at Worlds, we have to stay strong. So of course we had people helping us emotionally and physically to get better. And we have a great team that really got us, you know, to the point where we believe that even with a little training, not as much as we're used to, that we would be able to skate our best.
You don't lose, you win silver, but you lose the gold by less than a half a point behind the Bulgarians. Do you go home last night back to the hotel and think, where did that half point come? Compulsories, originals?
A little bit, yeah. It was a weird moment last night because at the same time we're very happy because we skated great and we won the free dance, but at the same time we have that emotion of, you know, we went this close of being world champion. But today we feel great. We know we did our best, and we cannot think of what happened before, or we skated our best on the two performance. So.
You should feel great. You've done yourselves and your country proud. Well done and congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Got a magical moment from last night. Marie-France is beaming here. Neither Marie-France nor Patrice has seen this video. The medal ceremony, the flowers, the Canadian flag. Ladies free skate still to come from Calgary. Free skate still to come. Now, speaking of women's free skating for Canada, a very pleasant surprise at the Turin Olympics where Joanie Richette finished in 5th place. Manon Perron first saw Joanie as an 8-year-old. She first coached her at age 13. Now, Joanie is single-minded. They disagreed over training techniques. They split up, and Joanie had her best year ever. However, it all came apart 1 year ago at the World Championships in Moscow. They decided to get back together, and of course the tremendous success at the recent Turin Olympics.
An Olympic Life is brought to you by McDonald's, active partner of the Olympic movement.
I first saw her, she was 8 years old.
I was listening to her with big eyes and just doing everything that she tells me.
And right at that time, I saw that she had something special.
I really had that fighting spirit in me.
Last year, the difficulty that we had was the way she wants to do her run-throughs. She's perfectionist and she don't allow herself to do mistakes.
I had my own ideas and I wasn't listening to her as much as I should have been, and I would not complete my run-through until it's perfect.
For me, the key of success is run-through. You have to start the music and you have to finish when the music ends.
That's how it is at competitions. I think the day that it really came to an end was when I went to that Quebec competition, and I had a really disastrous skate, and I completely just fell apart, and for her that was the point she saw that I needed to have a change to go and work with someone else.
I decided that I have to quit to make her understand something out of it.
When she told me, I was really angry at her. I didn't understand anything at all. I was just mad at her. The whole year that Manon wasn't there before I go on the ice, she wasn't the one I was clapping hands with just before I go on, and the whole year that image was shocking to me because I've been used to see her by my side. To win nationals without her, of course, was hard for me, and I know for her as well because she's been telling me for a long time that I could be national champion, and that's what I've been working for all my life. And for the first time, to win it without her was very hard for both of us.
Canada's Joanie Rochette coming undone here on the world stage.
I took the decision to go back to Manon after Worlds in Moscow. Not because I didn't skate my best, but just because that's what I've been wanting to do all year, and I just didn't have the courage to call her back.
She phoned me back at the end of April.
She didn't think that I would call her back like that. So when I did, that's when she knew that I had changed.
My mind has not changed a bit. You know what I want in training, and I won't change my mind. And she said, you don't have to change your mind because I changed my mind, and I'm going to train the way you want me to train.
Manon's terms were that I do my run-throughs from beginning to end, never stop. No matter how many times I would fall on my bum, just get up and continue.
What changed the most was her maturity.
When I left, I was a young girl, and when I came back, I was a young woman. So she also changed her approach towards me.
To go higher, what do we have to do from now? We have to improve spiral. We have to improve the spin. We have to add another jump. We had to be more musical.
If I win a medal, it's going to be a very special moment between me and Manon. But the goal coming here was just a top 10 and have 3 strong performances, enjoy myself out there. But if I do end up on the podium, that will just be a bonus, and we're just going to celebrate that together.
A major event like this since Karen Magnusson skated in 1968 at Grenoble. She was 12th at the Olympic Games and is 14th after the short program. Her music from the Chinese action musical, The Terracotta Warriors.
And in the short program, Mira had some mistakes, rare for her, so you know the competitor that she is. She's going to come back here with a vengeance. Flip.
Second difficult triple scheduled here, triple Lutz.
Here, triple sow, and what an opening for Mira.
She's only 16, but she was saying, I feel so much more experienced after being at the Olympic Winter Games in Torino. where she delivered a strong free skate and said later, "I got to see the big leagues. You can't get much bigger than that."
Well, after Skate Canada earlier in the season, she was not happy with the mark she was getting on the second mark, so she went to work on a brand new free skate with choreographer Mark Pillay. And she came to Canadians looking like a brand new skater with much more maturity and finish. She's a skater that really likes to know what she's got to do. She goes after it. She doubled that scheduled triple toe loop there.
This was the jump that eluded her in the short program. It was a solid double axel. Since moving to this new program and from the beginning of the year, one of the most notable improvements in her skating has been her ability to recognize the fact that one has to perform. She's doing a great job out here of working with the music, of acknowledging the audience, of trying to make them feel as though they're part of this experience.
And she pops the scheduled triple lutz there. Unusual for her.
One last difficult combination here, triple flip, double loop, double loop.
Good comeback.
Have to admire her determination and her competitiveness.
A teenager with so much promise in her first World Championships. 16-year-old Mira Leung of Canada. And a standing ovation from the home crowd. Her teammate from Vancouver, Emmanuel Sandhu, here to provide encouragement.
And she has just come so far in one season.
The connecting steps into her triple flip jump. It's the element that opened the program.
Here's the opening, triple lutz, gets right up into the air. That was a very, very strong jump for her.
Triple Salchow, no toe assist on this particular jump. You take off the left foot with no toe, landing firmly on the right outside edge.
You can see the smile on her face. She's starting to learn how to reach out to the audience, and that is just so important on that second mark. Beautiful position and extension on her spiral.
Was the mistake on the Lutz. That was her second attempt, and another excellent quality about her is when she meets the media after this performance, she'll be her own worst critic. She'll tell you exactly how she felt. She'll tell you exactly what went wrong, and then she'll tell you what she's going to do to fix it, because she is just that type of skater.
She's so determined. I mean, she can still be a junior. In the last 2 years, she said, no, I want to skate the senior ranks so that I can improve. And she skated this long program to a personal best in qualifying. Let's see what she gets here tonight.
49.45
for technical elements. 45.09 for components, and so it will be below that new personal best established here in qualifying, 94.54 points. And so Mirala Young, emotional here in the kiss and cry area, completes her first world championship and currently ranked first.
And Yoshie Onda.
World Championship stage awaits Yoshie Onda, her coach, Jose Chouinard, at the boards, giving her some final words of advice and encouragement. This is Onda's first return to the World Championships since 2003. Her best ever performance at this level, 5th in 2002. She was 4th this year at the Japanese Championships, but had the second best free skate there and was in tears afterwards because she was not picked to join that very deep Japanese team at the Olympic Games. Of course, the Japanese going with Arakawa, who won the gold, Suguri, who is here, Miki Ando, who is not here in Calgary. Yoshie Onda steadies herself for her free skate here. She was 11th after the short program, Music, Kingdom of Peace.
Yoshie has always been known as a very competent jumper. She pursued the triple axel relentlessly for years and gave up on that. She opens here with a triple flip, double toe, double toe.
Second difficult combination scheduled here. Triple Lutz, double toe. One notable difference between the men and the women is the women only have 7 jumping windows as opposed to 8 for the men. She has some difficulty flipping off the landing of that triple loop jump.
Sequences, one of which must be a spiral sequence.
Fights for, but hangs on to the landing of that second triple Lutz. What should have been a triple sound cow, she turns into a double.
At the last minute not to come, and it put some pressure on Yoshie, wrapping up her preparations in the last week and a half before coming to Calgary.
Attempted combination double axel sequence with triple loop landing got away from her.
Competitor, and it's a shame that she cannot bring that bubbly personality that she has off the ice onto the ice. See a little bit of that now that most of the jump elements are done.
rough around the edges. Japan's Yoshie Anda returns to the World Championship for the first time in 3 years, and she is exhausted after her free skate.
The program, I felt, was very, very jump focused. And there's the personality. That's what we want to see during the program, but it's just so hard for these skaters to do that when they're so focused on landing the jumps.
I think she was a little lost in a moment of disappointment there at the end, and then remember there's a big audience here to say thank you to.
Opening triple flip had huge height. Goes back up to a double toe on the end.
She went back to the other end of the rink for this triple Lutz combination. Again, back jump is a double toe. Here's a triple loop. Watch when she makes contact with the ice. The upper body is ahead of the lower body, and it flips her off the landing of that jump.
And it's such a shame that she can't balance that jumping talent with more quality in the rest of the program.
This is the second triple Lutz that she fought so hard for the landing of. Remember that mistakes like that are left up to the judges in terms of what they do with the grade of execution. The judges evaluate all jumps on a sliding scale of a -3 to a +3. If I'm sitting in the big chair, I would probably give that a -1 or maybe a -2 for the error on that landing.
Don't forget, they evaluate not just the jumps, but every element of the program. In this new system, everything counts.
Yoshie Anda has been changing coaches with the seasons the last 2 years. She left Japan 2 years ago for the USA, and then this past season to Canada to train here with former Canadian champion José Frenard at the Granite Club in Toronto. She gets 51.50 points for her technical elements. Again, the components, the lower of the two marks for Anda, 45.08, 96.58. A total score here in the free skate, about 12 points below her personal best. It is the second best free skate here so far at the World Championships, and right now Yoshie Anda is first. Representing Finland, only 17 years of age. At her first World Championships, she was 16th in her Olympic debut in Torino. This young teenager has caught a lot of people's eyes. Some say she reminds them of a young Grace Kelly. And she is going to continue competing as a junior next year. 9th after the short program. Skating to a blues collection.
Well, her decision to continue to skate on the junior circuit gives you an idea of how highly regarded that circuit is in terms of a place in which a young skater can continue to get excellent experience and good exposure as they work their way up into the senior ranks.
Opening combination, triple toe. Triple toe. She landed that combination for the first time in the short program. Setting up here, pops the scheduled triple Lutz. Got her a spot on the Olympic team. Beautiful triple loop, double toe, double loop.
There was no pun intended there, Barb, with your use of finish there, was there?
Of course, her father thought she should be a hockey player. He coached the Finnish women's Olympic team to bronze back in '98 in Nagano. But she wants no part of shin pads and hockey helmets and elbow pads.
Connecting steps into her triple flip, and that one also gets away from her. Her knee action on that jump, as well as on the Lutz, wasn't good enough. You need to really let that left knee sink and time it well with your toe placement into the ice.
That so often happens when a skater is nervous. Their knees go on them, and as you said, the knee action is essential to get those jumps up into the air.
Salchow and the double axel, very well done.
It's been a great week for Kira here in Calgary. She's been one of the biggest fans here all week, attending almost every single event.
Well, if you're going to compete at this level, at the world level, one really has to get completely comfortable with the entire environment. And what better way to do that than to really immerse yourself in the entire competition?
Yes, indeed, the apprenticeship of young Kira Korpi of Finland continues. In a big year for her indeed, out of junior skating to the Olympic Winter Games and now the World Championships. And someone I'm sure we'll see for many years to come as her career is just taking off. '16th in Torino. After that surprising 6th place finish at the European Championships, fighting back here to be 9th after the short program.
Technique on her jumps is really wonderful. She opens with this triple toe, steps into her second triple toe. That will not be considered a combination as she had planned because she did step down in between. That was a beautiful triple loop double toe combination there.
Spiral sequence is one of the required components of the women's free skate program. That moment there, change of edge, raises the level of difficulty. Triple Salchow. She followed this up right away with the double axel. The reaction of her coach on the triple Salchow double toe combination. And although she missed the attempt at the Lutz and at the flip, the jumps that she did do will score well. And look at her, as you mentioned, Barb, her jumping technique is very good, and when they're right, they're great of execution-wise. You want to reach for at least a +1 for her.
Well, it's been a great learning experience, to be sure, for young Kira Korpi. She raised her scores. I think last year she was 10th at the Junior World Championships, making the big leap here to the big leagues. And her scores are in 47.79 for technical components, 50.10 for components. That will be a total segment score here in the free skate of 97.89. About 4 points below her personal best. But right now it's the best free skate of the afternoon here in Calgary. Combined with her short program and her qualifying, she is currently first. Standing so far here in the women's. This has been a year of good fortune for Switzerland's Sarah Meyer. And it's about time. She has been plagued by injuries since winning the Junior World Bronze medal as a 15-year-old. She's now 21. Back in 2002, torn ligaments in her ankle. The next year, a hip and foot injury. The year after that, more foot injuries. And last year, she missed the entire Grand Prix season, nursing an Achilles tendon injury. But this year, 4th at the European Championships and then 8th at the Olympics. She comes into this free skate in 7th place. Her music, Bolero.
And that 4th place at the Europeans was a real breakthrough for Sarah. She came into the Olympic Games with more confidence.
And had a great free skate in Torino.
Carrying good speed in this opening combination. Should have been a triple Lutz. She turns it into a double Lutz, double toe, double toe.
Combination here is a triple flip. She gets that one in, the double toe on the end.
Good success with her second triple flip jump. Both of those spins were well centered. She missed the first attempt at the Lutz. Here is her second.
She does that one. The triple Lutz has a base value of about 6 points, and the double about 2. So by opening up that first triple, she left about 4 points on the table. It's important to rotate every triple to get credit.
Even though Sarah is a 4-time Swiss champion, the Swiss Olympic Committee made her qualify in the Grand Prix circuit this year. They said it was compulsory for her to have placements on the Grand Prix circuit, and it was at Skate Canada where she was 5th, and then on to that 4th at the Europeans that paved the way for her appearance at the Olympics and then here at the Worlds.
Jump of the program, a triple Salchow.
Sarah Meyer, the 21-year-old from Switzerland.
She's clearly very excited about her level of performance here and should be, with only the one mistake early in the program.
It's been a long road to this point, full of pitfalls, but this afternoon, Sarah Meyer has good reason to smile here in Calgary.
This was it, the opening combination. This was to have been a triple Lutz. She does a double in combination with a double toe and a double loop.
It was the opposite mistake of what she did at the Olympic Games, where she opened with a triple Lutz and doubled the second scheduled Lutz.
This combination went very well. Triple flip, double toe. And great extension through all of her spins.
Well, with all the injuries, Sarah Meyer has never been higher than 12th at the World Championships. But look at these marks here. A total of 109.96, a brand new personal best. And reason to celebrate indeed with her coach and aunt, Eva Fair. It's the best free skate, and she's in first place. And she will guarantee herself the best finish ever at the Worlds.
There's a lot of people to thank.
On the ice and presently in 8th position.
And so the Swiss
representing the United
top,
States of America,
with Emily Hughes of the United States to skate next. She was 7th at the Olympics, is 8th after the short program, the 17-year-old sister of Sarah Hughes, who was the unexpected Olympic gold medalist 4 years ago in Salt Lake City. And remember, her Olympic experience was a harried one indeed. She had finished 3rd at the U.S. Championships, but gave up that spot to Michelle Kwan, the 5-time world champion. When Kwan could not skate after one practice in Torino, the call went out to Emily, and she did her country proud.
She's another one of the rookie skaters here, just out of junior.
Excellent flow on the landing of that double axel. Her first difficult combination will come out of these steps.
She struggled with this jump in the short program, setting up for the triple Lutz, and no, she just didn't look confident going into that jump. This next jump, she has changed from a triple loop to a triple toe loop. She's consistently fallen on the loop, so she's making a change. Worked well for her. That was the triple toe loop.
First half of that spin carried good speed. We would like to have seen her maintain that speed after the change of foot.
Well, that injury to Michelle Kwan opened some big doors for Emily to the Olympic Games and to these World Championships just 1 year after she won the bronze at the Junior World Championships last year in Kitchener, Ontario.
She missed the first attempt at this jump. She will attempt a triple Lutz here for a second time, in combination with two doubles.
Mark, I thought that she handled that media glare just so well. I remember sitting in the crowd on her first, there's a mistake on the triple flip there on the very first practice, and the cameras were just clicking. Everybody was there to see Emily first time at the Olympic Games.
Sister Sarah was there in the crowd. The whole family came from New York. And she went from doing her high school homework, got the call, get over here, Kwon can't skate. And you're right, showed amazing poise.
Great extension on this spiral sequence. She hits the Biellmann pose.
Biellmann position in that spin raises it to its highest level of difficulty.
The next one from the Hughes figure skating family looks right at home on the world stage. 17-year-old Emily Hughes. And a free skate to remember as she competes in the big leagues for the very first time. We'll have her scores when we come back to the World Figure Skating Championships in Calgary. Hughes with her coach, Bonnie Uretzkin.
This was her opening triple flip combination. Good height. Watch the reload here to reset for the next jump, which is a double toe.
She had great confidence going into that combination, but then you saw the doubt creep into her face as she approached this Lutz, the same one she missed in the short, and she pops it wide open, leaving valuable points on the table there.
Barbie mentioned the change in jump that she did. She dumped the triple loop for this triple toe. You see her coach, Bonnie Uretzkin, looking on. A good decision for her.
Saw her dad, John, here early this morning watching practice. First, he grew up in Toronto and was later the captain of the Cornell hockey team, playing with the great Ken Dryden. You see the marks come in for Emily. 53-35 for technical, 51-49 for program components, and a proud day indeed for Emily Hughes. A total score of 104.84, a new personal best for the young American skater. It is the second best free skate of the day, and right now she will move into second place. So how's that for your first taste of the World Championships?